DeJounte Murray over 49 fantasy points. Why is that my lock and load play of the day? Well, similar to Kyrie Irving 2 days ago and DeJounte Murray yesterday over 38.5 points, rebounds, and assists, it just makes sense. I'm going to tell you here right now why. Let's go. Before we dive in, I am just absolutely mind-boggled that over 400 subscribers already on this channel have said, Mitch, I'm going to watch your videos. I'm going to turn your alerts on. And I'm going to hit the like button, drop comments daily. It has been so humbling to see so many people subscribing to a channel that honestly, I wasn't entirely sure I knew what to do with. So thank you very much. I'm humbled for that. So I'm going to do you a favor. From now on, every single person who leaves a comment down below in the description section, every single video going forward, I will reply back to you 1 hour before lock with a list of plays that I like on prizepicks with the updated pre-lock board. So leave a comment down below and then I will reply to you 1 hour before lock, just about every single slate, and give you some more picks. That's it. And if you want a whole slew of picks and you're looking for my data prop sheet, last 10 games, DVP, projection model, and you want all of that stuff and you want the Discord private cards, full plays, five pick flexes, 2-pick power plays, all sorts of picks for NHL, NBA, MMA, soccer. Those are all going to be for patreon.com/Sparry. You can grab that down below in the description section. Tier 2. And I'll see you in the inside. 1,500 people in there waiting to say hello to you. So hope you join us. Now, let's dive in, man. What are we doing here, Mitch? Pay attention. We're supposed to be giving out picks. DeJounte Murray, let's do it. Over 49 fantasy points. Yeah, he's hit that in 5 games in a row. And when we go back and look at my prop data sheet for all Tier 2 members, remember, I have highlighted him already. You can see his past 3-pointers, assists, blocks, fantasy points, actual points, and rebounds, last 10 game averages, and then game logs over the last 10. Did not update this morning. I was with both my kids. I get up nice and early Saturday mornings with them. And so I did not have last night's game in there, but he hit the over. He hit the over on the points, rebounds, and assists that we had over 38.5. I think he finished with 41. So he hit the over last night again. So tonight I'm going to the fantasy points specifically. And if we're looking at fantasy points for over 49, I mean, going into last night, he had hit in 5 of the last 6, 7 of the last 10 games. And the matchup tonight against Indy, that's not good or bad. It's just a matchup. And I think that, Indy does have some post-presence issues, and I think that we should be able to see maybe a few more assists here from Murray tonight. I think he finished with 9 last night or 4. I can't remember if his rebounds were at 9, his assists were at 4. It was a good game from him, but he had 27 points, and he scores a lot in the paint. I think Murray driving in the hole tonight's going to be a thing. I can see his fantasy score being up in the mid-50s. Early projections have him at about 51.5, so I'm taking the over here with DeJounte Murray. All right, the next pick is going to be Giannis, over 48.5 points, rebounds, and assists. My man here has been going bonkers lately. Now, this number is kind of skewed. It's a very interesting data point. So I was looking at the past 20, the past 30, the past 2 months of the NBA season, post All-Star break, all this stuff. And truly, before this recent stretch, the amount of times that he hit the over on 48.5 was much lower. It's actually below 45% on the season. And if we're looking over the last 2 months of data, it was less than 35% of the time he's hit this. So, but here's the thing. This is the crunch time of the season. We're talking, 18 games left, whatever it is. And Giannis is balling out now. His minutes are up. His production is up. And by the way, Giannis, it's kind of what he does. In games where he's against other superstars, Giannis does superstar things. Last time he played Golden State Warriors, he played just 30-ish minutes, I think 30 on the dot, and he had 53 points, rebounds, and assists. Phenomenal. I fully expect Giannis to absolutely show up and show out tonight, hitting the over 48.5. FanDuel Sportsbook has this at 50.5. DraftKings has him at 49.5, minus 115 odds. I think we got a little bit of value here taking the over on Giannis, over 48.5 projected points, rebounds, and assists. Now, if you want to wait for it later and look for the fantasy points, I think you're probably okay looking for the fantasy point thing projection as well, because if his fantasy points projection is around like 54, 55, which I actually think it will be, I think that's also a really nice one that you can take the over in as well. I believe last game he was 54, so I'm thinking maybe they bump him up like 55 and a half, 56. So I still like the over there. I mean, he's averaging 62.7 over the last 10 games. And you can see that his points, rebounds, and assists over the last 10 games, add them up real quick, are averaging 52. He's averaging 52 points, rebounds, and assists over the last 10 games. So I like Giannis for multiple categories tonight. And I certainly will be rotating around some of those picks in my 5-pick flexes today. It's hard not to like this last pick here. It's Evan Mobley at 37 fantasy points here. Well, we're looking at the Jared Allen-less offense here, and we've seen Mobley score 51, 58, and 44 fantasy points. Absolutely phenomenal. 37 projected fantasy score. Seems just too easy. Looking at the last 30 days DVP data for the Chicago Bulls versus centers, and the Bulls have been basically bottom 12 or so in every category. Okay, so we're looking at points. They're giving up 23.6 per game. Field goal percentage is sky high at 59%. 17 rebounds. All right, so that is bottom 11th. That's 11th worst in the NBA. They're giving up a lot of assists. Evan Mobley is starting to rack up the assists again, between 2 to 4, I believe, in 5 of his last 6 games. They're giving up a bunch of steals. In fact, dead last in the NBA. And that's just because of sloppy point guard play for the most part. So you have an opportunity here for Evan Mobley to honestly rack up fantasy score in multiple different categories today. It might not just be straight up points, might not be a billion rebounds, might not just be blocks or steals. It could an assist. It's just all of them. I mean, he can have a good game, not a great game. And I think this is still potentially a shoe-in. So I like this as a nice 3-pick flex play. It's pretty solid. And of course, it's always a little bit more difficult in the morning when, we only have so many picks on the board. And I actually waited until 10-ish to shoot this video because literally it was just the Golden State Warriors and Bucks game until like 10 a.m. It was rough. I'm just sitting there from 7 o'clock onward after my kids woke up. I'm like, okay, well, when's PrizePicks going to update here? So they updated. I was like, I got to shoot this video. I'm chomping at the bit to get after it. Now, again, leave a comment down below in the description section. I will happily reply to your comment with more picks about an hour or so before lock. I think tonight lock is 8 p.m. So probably we'll get them to you around like 6 o'clock. 7 o'clock, a little too difficult for me. Daddy bedtime routine for 2 very young kids. So appreciate you. Thank you very much for checking us out today. Hey, if you've never played on PrizePicks, promo code DONUTS will give you a 100% deposit match up to $100. And please just hit the sub button, free content here. And if you do check out Patreon and you end up signing up, if you could just do me a massive favor, shoot me a DM when you're in Discord and say, hey, I joined because of the YouTube video. It lets me know what I'm doing is helpful. It lets me know that people are interested in the product that I put a lot of effort into. And that would just kind of fill my cup up a little bit. All right. So I hope this was helpful for you, and I hope maybe some positivity in your day will fill your cup up, and maybe we'll have a nice result from this 3-pick flex. Let me show you one more time before we go. There you go. We got DeJounte Murray over 49 fantasy points, Giannis over 48.5 points, rebounds, and assists, Evan Mobley over 37 fantasy points. We went, I believe, 7-1, 1-2, 1-2, and 2-1 over the last 4 videos. So it's mixed bag. 7-1, 1-2, 1-2, 2-1 puts us at, let me do some quick math. That's 5 losses, 11-5 total picks. 11 wins, 5 losses for total picks. So, hey, listen, we're positive, but we got to put together a full 3-pick flex card that was an absolute winner, just like the first video I shot for you guys. Was that 3 days ago? I got to get back to that, man. All these like missing by a pick days are kind of killing me here. So let's hope this is the one, baby. I'm doing flex picks on this 3-picker, and I always usually do flex pick for 3 picks or higher. 2 picks, I usually will do power play, but I've actually been dabbling a lot more in doing 2-pick flex plays and just kind of looking at it as like a DFS cash game approach. It's been working quite nicely. I'll see you on the inside of Discord, patreon.com/Sparry. Leave a comment, come back, get your more free picks later in the comments section. Y'all have a good day.